Guys, this is Richie with RC's Fishing Adventures. One of my subscribers asked me to show how I set up my fly rods and my spinning rods for fly fishing. So I decided to make this video so that he could know how I do it. Because usually when I fish with nymphs, he's new to fly fishing and he said he doesn't know how to set it up. So I decided to do this video. Like for my fly rods, I usually use a 4-weight fly rod. I have the Cabela's Wind River 4-weight 8.5 foot fly rod, and I usually use a 5X tippet tapered leader with and then if I'm fishing in a fast stream or something, I usually use a beadhead nymph, or if the water's a little murky, I use a beadhead because the bead shines and it attracts the fish. And then if it's really fast, then I add a little split shot lead. I have the tag right here, and then I attach a strike indicator. The distance between my strike indicator and my fly is usually is as deep or 1.5 times the depth of the water, depending on the speed of the water. That way it's like 4 or 5 inches right off the bottom all the way to the bottom. You want that because that's usually where you're flying like the trout and the grayling and all those fish eating. Alright, now for my spinning setup, I do the same idea of the leader. I try to make it like the same depth as the water to 1.5 times from the bobber. Like the stream that I'll be fishing at today is going to be like 1.5 foot, 2 feet deep. So I'm using like a 2.5 foot deep leader, length leader, and I also have a little bead head right here with another little split shot. And then what I do for the setup is I use one of these bubble bobbers. They have different size ones, and then I also use these little metal swivels. I believe they're size 7 or 10. I'm not sure, but usually the way I decide is I go to the store and I see which one fits in this little slot. I need it to fit in this slot right here so that it locks the bobber in place, so it's not sliding freely up and down your line, so that when you get a strike, it automatically goes down. Because that's an issue that I had. I didn't know how to use them. So what I do is my line, my main line, I run the bobber through with a thin portion first, so it comes out the thicker portion, and then I tie the swivel at the end so that the thicker portion meets the swivel, so it easily fit into that area. And then I attach the swivel. From the swivel I attach the leader depending on the length. Most streams that I fish here are like 2 feet deep, so I do 2 to 2.5 foot deep leaders, and I attach my fly as well. After I attach my swivel and everything's ready to go, I pull the line through. So that the swivel gets stuck on the bobber, so the bobber doesn't slide freely. See, if it's not stuck, the bobber slides up and down freely without a problem. So if you have it stuck here, now it doesn't move. So when you get a strike, it pulls down your line. And then these, to fill them up, what you do is you push down the swivel, the little stick, and you submerge them underwater. And then once it's full, you put it back in. You usually want these about halfway full, no more than halfway, because if you put it more than halfway, it'll sink. And if you put it right at halfway, any little bite will sink. If you don't have enough water, then sometimes the bobber won't submerge underwater if you get a strike. Alright, well, I hope this helps. If you have any more questions, just let me know, and I'll try to fix it in another video if there's anything that you need more explanation or didn't understand.